She had a system. Case files on the left, blank notes on the right, pen uncapped before the session started. 20 years of private practice, and she still hand-wrote everything. Her supervisor called it charmingly antiquated. Her patients never noticed. And she found that the act of physically writing kept her present in a way typing never did. Grounded her. Reminded her there was a her to ground. Marcus had been a Tuesday patient. Quiet, precise, the kind of man who apologized before disagreeing. He'd come to her for grief. A brother, 2 years gone, still raw. And they'd made progress, she thought. Real progress. Then his emergency contact called on a Thursday morning in October, and that was that. She'd handled it the way she handled most things, efficiently. She'd called her supervisor, filed the necessary paperwork, rescheduled her afternoon. She'd gone home and made dinner and kept the television on for company, which she'd been doing lately, just for the noise, just to fill the apartment up a little. She hadn't called her supervisor since. There was nothing to say. She found the first entry on a Monday, 3 weeks after Marcus died. Same format as her own notes, client name, date, session number, except the date was wrong. November 4th, a Tuesday. She hadn't had a session with Marcus on November 4th. Marcus had been dead for 6 days by November 4th. She read it twice. Clinical language, her own shorthand, her own particular way of abbreviating reported as REP. Observations, affect notes, a progress summary. Normal, until the last line. Patient reports difficulty sleeping, keeps television on for company. She set the file down, picked it up again, sat with it for a long time in the way she told her patients not to sit with things. She told herself she'd written it herself, some disassociative response to the loss. Understandable, even textbook. She'd look into it. She found the second entry on a Friday. This one wasn't about Marcus, it was about her. Written in her own detached clinical register. Patient presents as high-functioning, affect-controlled, reluctant to seek consultation, describing her week with a specificity that made her stomach drop slowly, like something falling through water. Last Wednesday. What she'd done, what she'd eaten, the exact route she'd walked home. She lived alone. She'd spoken to no one that day. The third entry she found on a Tuesday night, late, the television on in the other room. It was her own words, her actual notes on Marcus. His fears, his patterns, his long, careful silences, copied out and rearranged. Every observation she'd made about him shifted, reframed, until she couldn't find where he ended and she began. She read it once. Then she closed the file. Then she sat at her desk for a very long time in the blue television light, her pen uncapped. The blank notes waited on her right.